Hi everyone, it's Tracy. Happy Thrifty Canucks Thrifty Thursday. I have a little bit of, I wouldn't call it a haul, I would call it a drag. Just a little bit. Anyway, I will go ahead and start to show you. So I went to the post office this week. So of course, post office means thrift store. So that was Tuesday. And she's like, where were you on Monday when it was 20% off? I said, I wasn't here. So anyway, I didn't get too much because I was extremely disappointed. Apparently she said there's a bunch of new people working there. And I went, they usually have like the older books they keep out front, I guess. I don't know why. But they weren't even nice old books. Like they were dirty and grungy and torn, and they wanted $8 a book. Like they were like 1940s, 50s books, and they wanted $8. I'm like, you're pricing me out of business here. I can't afford that. Like all I want is a book for a journal. Anyway, enough of the rant. Let's start today with some loving garden love quotations. Deep thoughts. So what a cute little book. 2001, but sweet little pictures. Look. Because I'm doing I'll have to, I'm glad I waited to do this till I got the mail because I am working on a blue journal right now, and I'll show you. Oh, look at how pretty. I'll show you what I got in the mail and you'll be like, oh my God, that's so awesome. You're so lucky. And I'll be like, I know. No, just kidding. So sweet little pictures, right? Yeah, I like it. And then I picked up this Common Prayer Canada. I think it's like a missal or a like a prayer book, or I don't know what they call them, but it was 1965 for somebody's confirmation. So I'm pretty sure it was 1962 that it was published, but it's in perfect shape, right? So I will offer that up for the highest bidder. Just kidding. And then I got this. Look at this. Improve Your Body with Bonnie Pruden's new physical fitness manual. Published in 1959. Oh my God. Are you facing the challenges of the adult world? Yes. Have you reached that stage in life formidably termed old age? What? I'm not sure about you, Bonnie, but I think it's pretty cool. I love the how working out and exercise and fitness has evolved over the decades. And then I picked up, they had this stationery, and it's got this really nice, I don't know if it's, I think it's gold, but it's like mulberry paper, I think. And is this what would be considered like an Egyptian theme? I don't know, but I like it. The paper is really great. Yeah, so that'll be fun to use in journals. And then, 1 second, because the queen wants to go out. Okay, there you go. Go ahead, run away. Ouch. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, people. Okay, then I found these awesome coasters. I usually do not buy coasters, but these are different capitals, so Copenhagen, Amsterdam, Brussels, and Paris. And they're by Pimpernel, which my dog, which I think is a well-known sorry, no kitchenware, dining ware, and stuff like that. So on the front of a journal, right, you can attach something to the back and have ribbon coming out or something and wrap it around. So if you're doing a journal on Paris or Amsterdam or Brussels. So then I found this book, I Needed to Laugh. So what I thought was cute, I'm going to, I haven't ripped this off yet. There it goes. Okay. So it's from the Stainer Free Public Library. And what I loved about it was this. It says, A. Harold Wallace, musician, from among my books. So I thought that was so cool. And then they must have, I don't know, for some reason decided to cut that out of somewhere. And then they decided to cut out a picture of the author and put it there. So it's Poet Untermeyer. But look at the great pictures. Yeah, I love it. So there's good stuff in there. I'm going to read them. They're going to be stupid, silly, and goofy, but certainly very tame, obviously. Or they could, no. Back in those days, it was still tame. It was the Archie Bunker age where it got pretty wicked. And then, oh my gosh, okay. Then this book killed me. Hang on. See this blue thing? That's my guard. Pet projects. It's knitting for your pets. I'm serious. Look at, it's a turtle tent. Yeah, and look at all the animals. There's knitting basics. Well, of course, I'm not going to listen to those. Horse blankets, bean bags for your cats or dogs. Bunnies. Look at carrot curtain for your pet bunny. Aw. Coats. Oh my gosh, look at this one. He's a rugby. He's rugby. Oh my goodness. Soccer, football, soccer. This must be a Canadian book. They call it soccer. Or it could be American too. And then a cable coat. That's what Molly wears. And oh, there were some really interesting ones here. Let me try and look at lily pads for your goldfish. Don't neglect your goldfish. Lily pads. Horse blanket. This is a mouse mat for cats. A ruffled dog collar, because whose dog doesn't need a ruffled dog collar? So yeah, I just think these are just fabulous. Just fabulous. I wish I could knit. Oh, so here's all the animal names. Feisty was one of them. Saint Gudengrand. That's cute. That's cute. Okay, so sorry. I'm just going to close the door right now because it's 5 o'clock traffic. And it's very loud. Wow. Sound of silence. And then I got this letter stencil and number stencil for $1. I don't have one at this point, so it was perfect. So I was happy I got that. And then I picked up these postcards, which is really bizarre because the postcards weren't where the postcards normally were. And other stuff wasn't where it was. So when she said they've had new people working there, yeah. So anyway, we'll go through these really quick. These were from, she said one person dropped off their collection. So it looks like they traveled to Great Britain, and I don't know if they were in Paris or not, but they have a lot of ships. None of these are posted because these were just what they brought home. This is actually in Toronto. This is York University, one of their buildings. Another ship. Hope you can see. And this is King's College Chapel in Cambridge. That's an oldie. And Queen's College in Cambridge again. And look at, I love this one. I don't know why. I just think it's so cool because it just like, look at that motel. That's so 70s, right? Oh, look at his bathing suit trunks. Oh my gosh. And Cranbrook, that's in BC. Yes, it is. And then there's Greetings from Wales. And this, just other ones here. This is the Badlands. Into the Badlands. And Cambridge again. And castles and boats. And boats. And oh, here's an look at the bedspreads in the room. Oh, I love it. Now this one I thought was really cool. And I've never seen one like it. Or I haven't, I just completely ignored it. So what it is you open it up and you write your letter and then you lick it shut. So here is the front of the postcard and here is where you put your address. Isn't that cool? I have never seen one like that before. So I like that. Here's Empress of Australia. She weighs 19,000 tons. Here's some pretty ballerinas. Cambridge again. And these, I love these. These are, sorry for the there are two of the things. They're the linen postcards. So this is a ship from Texas. This is Baltimore, Maryland. And Texas. They like Texas. And this one is pretty. This is England. So yeah, so that. And then I picked up this pillow cover, but I love the fabric. It's like the shiny, almost, I don't even know what you call it. Oh, Pier 1 Imports. There you go. Now I have a dangle. What is the fabric? The fabric is ripped out, but I don't know, it's really soft, lush and lush. And then in another section where I didn't know that they had been moved were all my buttons. I wanted, and there's a few more in here. But what I was looking for were tiny buttons that I could sew on the strings in the center of a signature so that they weren't big and bulky and made the page fat. So I wanted even tinier than this. That's a nice mother of pearl in there. So even tinier than that. But we'll see what I can dig through here. Tiny like that. So we'll see what we find. Okay, so then in the mail, I got a whole whack of, well, not a whole whack. These are checks from different Canadian banks. So this one is 1946, but I love the stamps. And that's Bank of Commerce. Royal Bank of Canada again, and this is interesting because this is a payroll check. And you know what happened in the past? A lot of times what companies would do is they would like write a check somewhere and then they would just cash it like right where they were. So people wouldn't have to go to the bank if they didn't have a bank account, but they had to get payroll. So Patrice Bourdage, his payroll, so they probably just cashed it right there. So he worked 116 hours at 45 cents per hour. And this is in 1942. So this is more time. So tax, national defense tax was collected in there, so that's really cool. So, what is this? Oh, Chicoutimi, Quebec. I was like, why is it French? So another Royal Bank. And that's not as old. Well, it is. It's 47, 34. That's cool. Payroll again. 12 hours at 30 cents an hour, less the deduction of 125 pounds of fertilizer, which was $2.01. What you doing with all the fertilizer? And so, yeah, so now I have more checks. I've been not wanting to use the ones I have because I was running out. So now I can use them. Okay, and last thing, which I was so excited that I waited for, was, oops, postcards are falling. I always talk about her, Jan from Lita Vintage. She does the online sales, and she makes the most beautiful things. Little journals, needle books. She has the most amazing costume jewelry, like real costume jewelry. She has like little, what is it, millinery, like little flowers, like the sprays, like tiny little flowers. She has laces. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I was lucky enough to win one of her lots during a last sale of hers. So she's so sweet, and she always sends like a little treat. So my little treat was this nice hard index card, which I love. Look at this, what she made. And she even sewed. She even stitched it. And then all the little stamps. And then a couple little glassine. Oh, it's one long one. Oh, that's cool. And she stamped it. And then these tiny little, well, that's from a letter, obviously. It's a little coin envelope, and then like what they would call like a florist card, I think. So those, and then one of these. So this is, I'm trying to remember the year because I have one that I put in my, 1886. So this is like somebody's sort of budget, and I think they worked for a logging company, or they, oh no, they had a farm. So cow calved, 14 logs to the mill, snowy and soft. I love that. Aw. 5 loads of pressed hog to station. Oh dear. 5 minutes to dinner and tea. Oh, I guess she had to stop writing. So isn't that 1886? Paid Allison for his month's work. Okay, so what I got was she does lots, like a lot of things. And I was lucky enough to win the blue lot. And it's perfect because the journal I'm working on right now is called Periwinkle from Ida Jane Designs. And it is beautiful blue. And these things are just, it's going to be, this journal is going to be zhuzhed. But look at this. Upholstery trim. Isn't that a hoot? And then I love her. She's like really heavy die cut. Beautiful buttons. And oh, I'm going to use this pom-pom trim for certain. Oh, these are so soft. Look at this sweet little, is that a T? Jan, is that a T? It is now. Oh my gosh. And look at this. Oh Lord. And isn't this, can you imagine how luxurious if you had a settee that had this was the trim on the bottom and the cushion. Oh, how luxurious is that? Look at this. Yeah, oh man. And then I love these kind of things. She has the most amazing tool. So thank you, Jan. I'm so excited that I got this today because it absolutely made my day. So that's it for today. Oh wait, one more thing. I forgot. No, I'm going to do that on the next one. I'm going to save it for the next one because I'm not thrifting very much. So I'll show you what I got free next time. So anyway, happy Thrifty Canucks Day. And I am a thrifty. And if you want to know what a thrifty is, you have to go to our lovely host, Kim Newberg at Images by Kim, and find out what a thrifty is. Because if Taylor Swift can have Swifties, Kim can have thrifties. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to see my little drag. Not a haul, but it's a good one. Bye, everybody.